We're driving through Schindler, Oklahoma. And I just stopped for gas, topped off my tank, and I paid $2.48 a gallon. And I had no gray hair the last time I paid under $2.50 a gallon for gas. In fact, I think it was almost about the time I bought the coach. And that's been 11 years, 10 and a half years. So the Arabs are flooding the market with oil to drive the price down to interfere in the elections in America is something that I read last night, as a matter of fact. So it's a worldwide commodity now. So but we're out here in oil country where they want to build that Keystone XL pipeline, but America isn't going to profit from it. Well, the Kochs are, but the Canadians will, who sell it. It's going to travel through America, and we take all the burden for the transport of it, and then it'll get refined and then sold on the world market. So it helps America in no ways, except for the risk of a pipeline rupture, which I'm not sure it's worth the risk, running through the Ogalla aquifer. So that's about all the politics for today. It's about 4 o'clock. We've had Ozzy's Boneyard on all day. It's my favorite station on the Sirius, except for when live sports are on. I think the Sharks and the Warriors are on. I've been reading a little bit more about the Warriors this year. I had sworn them off when the San Franciscoites bought them and want to move them to San Francisco, but James is a Warriors fan, so I read them on my feeds on my tablet. So we are on northbound Oklahoma 18, heading towards the border. Hey, Webb City. Oh. And we'll see what's there to be seen. 248.9 a gallon. Who'd ever imagine? Next stop finds us at the Kansas-Oklahoma border. Hold on, Chico's pulling up. November the 26th, Thanksgiving Eve. We're ending on Oklahoma 18 and we're starting on Kansas 15. This is the God's wide open prairie here. God's country. Then 114 minutes left to bore you, excite you, make your day, something like that. I'm cold. We'll see what's next. Our next stop of the day, and this is a town I haven't heard of, but we're driving past it, so we're going to take a look, is Cedarvale, Kansas. When we were driving through Sedan, which is the county seat, I saw a Cedarvale car, a police car. So we're heading east on 166. And I see Cedarvale, so we're going to pull off and have a look. And like I've said 1,000 times, another dying Midwest town with empty storefronts. People trying to eke out a living. Here's the City Hall. I didn't see this patrol unit, I saw an SUV, so they have at least two. Many small towns, I'm not saying this one because I don't know, but they'll have a day shift or a day in a swing shift, and then at night the county takes all the calls, but you really don't have all that many calls. So here's downtown. As I'm driving through Cedarvale back there, that's Chico barking at the cows. And this I've seen in a lot of these towns, in Kansas especially, but along the main highway like this, 166 that we're on right now, when the highway was widened and straightened, you don't go through town anymore. The highway kind of bypasses town. And in fact, there's a sign right there that says Cedarvale Vienna County Road. Well, it's probably the old highway. So when we took the last shot downtown at the four-way where City Hall and the police car are, I'm speeding. It's not the road that everyone drives up and down. It's just like you bypass it now. And I've seen that 100 times. I don't see it in Independence, but I see it in Cherryvale, for example, which you've seen on other footage. And I'm blanking now, but you see that. You have the Yates Center is another one that we were in earlier today. You don't drive through downtown. You have to go and find downtown to drive through it. And I thought that's kind of interesting. It's like the interstates have bypassed a lot of downtowns, and then town graduates out to the interstate. And it's the same here. The gas station is on the highway now, and that used to be in town. So stuff like that interests me. Anyway, it's about 10 to 5. It's 44 degrees, though it's warm in the car. And sun's setting, and we're still, I don't know, an hour maybe. We're gonna keep on going on 166. Excuse me, and then we're gonna turn on the 10th Street, which will take us on the back way into Independence. Because there's a town, I can't think of the name of the town. I read this in the paper, but their church was built in 1875 and it's going to get torn down. So I want to see if it's still sunny enough to take a picture of it, if I'm thinking of the right place. But you know how my memory is. It fails, so I'm going 75. I better put the cruise on. I don't need a ticket out here. There we go. So that's what the deal is. We may check in one more time. This may be it. I may check in right in front of the house to say the trip is over, our little day drive, and let you know that so far we've driven 254 miles. We're averaging 26.7 miles a gallon. Our instant mileage going downhill is 45 and rising. Our average speed on the trip is 50 because it's almost all highway driving. And we used up 2% of our oil life on this excursion. So there you go. So we'll see. As we start to wrap up our trip here, we're in Independence. Our day drive, we're turning on to North 11th Street, which is James's Street. We drove 301.7 miles, and we got, let me see here, let me get the wheel straight. 27.2 miles a gallon. And that's not too bad. So the sun is setting. It's average speed was 52 miles an hour. And it's 41 degrees. So, huzzah.